Alright everyone, could Omega Hybrids and Super Hybrids be coming after Jurassic World Alive Update 3.4? Well, we'll find out in this video what creatures they could be. Now, in one of our previous videos, we discussed how Omega Hybrids could be coming to the game. This is because we have a perfect 24 Omegas if my prediction is correct on which creatures could be Omega for the 3.4 update. So fingers crossed I'm right on that. But besides that, there's not much you really need to know about the previous video. Just the fact that we can probably create Omega Hybrids. My theory on how to create them is we'll need to get 2 Omegas to level 5 to make the hybrid, which will be a level 6 hybrid. And then we need to get the hybrid to level 10 and another Omega to level 10 to make the super hybrid. So that's how we will need 24 Omegas. 16 for 8 hybrids, which is enough for a perfect team, and then another 8 on top of those 16 to make 8 super hybrids, which is also a perfect team. So let's start with what I think could appear in update 3.5. I think we could get 2 hybrids in this update, 2 Omega hybrids. I think those could be Indominus Rex Gen 3. We'll start off with that. Now, how do we make Indominus Rex Gen 3, you're asking? I think it's pretty plain and clear what the ingredients would be. I think it will be Clever Girl and Tyrannosaurus, you know, the Red Rex. So I think those could easily make the Indominus Rex Gen 3. I think it could look like the level 40 variant from Jurassic World the game, because, you know, it's made from the Red Rex. Why not give it red spikes with the Indominus Rex, right? Now, the second hybrid up I think that could be appearing in this update is a hybrid of Carcharodontosaurus and Stegosaurus, which could be the Carcharodontosaurus. Now, this could be inspiration from that one Gigantspinosaurus hybrid in Jurassic World the game. I just think most of these Omegas could be based off previous hybrids to transfer them over from Jurassic World the game into this game, because we're missing a few, and I think you're going to like a few of them that I have on the list. So, what do I think we could see in update 3.6 if we're getting 2 Omega hybrids or super hybrids each update? Well, number 3 I think we could see is the Stegoceratops Gen 2. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where's Triceratops Omega? We don't have that. Well, we do have Stegosaurus ungulatus, which is, you know, the stego part, but then we also have Velociraptor. And now you need to think, the Stegoceratops in Jurassic World the game looks very Nasutoceratops-like, right? Even though they use Triceratops DNA, and it was later confirmed it's meant to be Nasutoceratops in it. But the thing is, Diablo has got the same shape as Nasutoceratops, and its name ends in Ceratops, same with Stegoceratops. So I just think it's perfect, you know, you confuse Stegosaurus ungulatus with Velociraptor to make Stegoceratops Gen 2. Now, the second creature of update 3.6 I think we could get is a hybrid between Ichthyovenator and Vectispinus, that being the Ichthyospinus. I think this could be, you know, somewhat inspired by the Spinonyx hybrids or the Sucutator hybrids that are already in Jurassic World Alive. I just think, you know, Spinosaur hybrids are cool. Let's have some more. But moving on, update 3.7, I think you guys are going to love this one the most if you're a Jurassic World the game fan. I would love to see a hybrid of Toro and Fukuiraptor making the Carnoraptor. Now, we don't have a Pyroraptor hybrid, we don't have Utahraptor Omega. I mean, no Pyroraptor hybrids that are Omega, and Clever Girl is also used in Indominus Rex Gen 3, so I think the only reasonable one left is Fukuiraptor to make Carnoraptor, and it is using a raptor mold, so I think it's only fair we can make Carnoraptor out of Fukuiraptor. The last one up for update 3.7 is Astrolotine plus Borealopelta to make Astrolopelta, which I think could be, you know, similar to Notapatosaurus, inspired by that. Update 3.8, I think we could get a hybrid of Eutyrannus and Homalocephalae, that making Homer Tyrannus, being inspired by Eudon. And then after that, we could also get Geostembergia plus Aloratidon to make a Geotitan, I guess. I just think these guys would go well together because, you know, Aloratidon has that really nice crest, and so is Geostembergia, and I think they could make like a super crest hybrid out of those two. Now let's move on to Omega Super Hybrids. This is where things get interesting. These guys will be peak gameplay, you know, they'll be the strongest things in the game, I reckon, if we can get them. And I think they could be alpha rarity, and hybrids could just be beta rarity if we're going based off, you know, pack rankings. But Omega Super Hybrids, what can we get? Update 3.9, I think we could get Indoraptor Gen 3, right? Come on, if we're going with Indominus Rex Gen 3, we have to get Indoraptor Gen 3. Now, what could it be made out of if we've already used all the raptors up? Well, obviously Indominus Rex Gen 3, that's obvious. But then I think if Sinraptor is going to be an Omega, I think it could be fused with that. Now, I know it's not an actual raptor, and it's a Metriacanthosauridae, but still, I think with it being the only thing that has a raptor left in its name, you know, it could be a massive Indoraptor. We do know Mattel recently made a bigger than normal Indoraptor toy, bigger than the previous 2018 sized one, so I just think it could possibly work, you know. We'll have to see what that looks like. But Carcharodontosaurus plus Jurrasic, which is the Carcharodontosaurus I mentioned before, which is the Carcharodontosaurus hybrid, could make Carcharodontosaurus. I think this could be inspired by the Gigantspinoceratops, I think it is, from Jurassic World the game, which is a super hybrid of Gigantspinosaurus and Kylosaurus and Euoplocephalus. But here, obviously, it's going to be different. Now, update 3.10, what do I think we could get? I think we could get Cryostegoceratops, oh no, Cryostegoceratops is how it's pronounced, but it's got Stegoceratops Gen 2 in it, and Cryolophosaurus. Now, I think Cryolophosaurus, because it uses the Monolophosaurus model, and we know Monostegoceratops, which is the super hybrid of Stegoceratops normally, is, you know, would be similar to this hybrid because it's used off a Monolophosaurus mold, basically. So I just think those guys could work well together. Then, moving on, we've also got Ichthyospinus plus Segnosaurus to make Segnovadus. I think this could be a cool play on Olicospix, you know, fusing a Spinosaur hybrid with basically a Therizinosaur. I just think that could make a cool Olicospix. They could redo that or something, even though Olicospix is cool itself, but, you know, because it's an original hybrid, you know, OG, back from the early Jurassic World live days, I think people would love to see a revamped version of it. So, update 3.11, what do I think we could get? This is our, 13th of the 16 creatures. We could get Carnoraptor plus Megalania to make Megacarnus. I think it could be inspired by Dimetrocarnus. Obviously, we can't fuse Dimetrodon with Carnoraptor if it's going to be an Omega hybrid, but the closest Omega to Dimetrodon, I would say, is Megalania. So, you know, fuse that, we could get Megacarnus similar to Dimetrocarnus. Then we could also get Australopelta plus Coreanosaurus, which would make Terrapelta, because it's like a combination of countries, you know, combining Korea and Australia. So those are really the only country Omegas. And then for the final Omegas, we've got update 3.12, which could be Homo Tyrannus plus Rativates, which could make Rex. Very funny name, I thought. You know, it could just be a play on how all the rats used to be in Meta, like Procerathomymus and Dracoceratops. Now, the final one is Geotitan plus Mazziacosaurus, which could make Mazziacotitan, which could be a play on Quetzalcoatl. But that's all of the Omega hybrids I have to go over. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.